Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, this video was a little themed. I got my little clips going on, whatever. So you see the title? Let's get into the video. So as you can see, this video is obviously about my experience at Lincoln throughout the years. This is, see, I got my little pins going on. I got Lincoln alumni pins, but they just didn't come yet. But I'm gonna show y'all those when I get them. But yeah, this video is basically just gonna focus on my time at Lincoln, my time going into Lincoln, like how that journey was. So we about to just get right into it. Those who don't know, went to the Lincoln University of Pennsylvania. It's located in Oxford, Pennsylvania, the middle of nowhere, but it is the first degree granting historically Black college and university, and I am proud alumna now. Hey, holla, inserts picture, the baddie. Now, before I got to Lincoln, I obviously had to find the school. So when it came down to me picking a college, I promise you, I did not know what an HBCU was. I knew what Black colleges were, but I didn't know there was like a whole technical term for them. I didn't care to go to one for real, because I was just worried about getting into college, period. My senior year, I was just like, honestly, I just want some place to accept me. And I didn't even have bad grades. I was just very discouraged about the whole college process. I have no clue why, but that's just my personality. So going into it, I was really just like, what is this? Like, what do I expect? Now, the most knowledge I had about Black colleges literally came from Drumline. And I don't remember Stomp the Yard that much, but I remember when people used to talk about fraternities and stuff, they used to relate it to Stomp the Yard. So that's what I automatically associated it with. So when that time came, I was really just expecting Drumline. I promise you. I thought it was just gonna be majorettes dancing randomly, and it was made believe me, there was a lot of random stuff, but that's really what I thought it was gonna be. And it wasn't that, but it was its own experience. Obviously no schools really like Drumline. Drumline's obviously a movie. You still got classes, you still got school and stuff like that, but the general HBCU experience was actually really lit. So I was actually excited to really get into it. So yeah, finally getting on Lincoln's campus, I thought it was huge. Obviously, being there now, it's manageable, but from everything being right close to each other for me, the corner store right here, the mall was not far from my house. I live on Flatbush. Everything's there. So going to Lincoln, I was really just wow, this place is big. These buildings are huge. I was overwhelmed by it. I said, oh my gosh, it's going to take me 30 minutes to walk to class. It did not take me 30 minutes to walk to class, but that's what I honestly thought. So I was still grasping the being away part, as opposed to really grasping that I was at the first HBCU. So it wasn't until I'd say a little bit after moving, we started having little parties they had for us. They would collect us and give us a little sub party for the freshmen, because there was no upperclassmen when we moved in. They had a bunch of stuff planned for freshmen. So there was a tunnel party going in. I kid you guys not. Your freshman move-in week is going to be the littest part of your college experience. Probably one of the littest parts. That's gonna be one of the parts you look back on and you're like, damn, that was lit. So we're getting ready. They're like, oh, it's a party tonight. It's in the tunnel. I'm like, a tunnel? You guys are going inside of a tunnel? Is that safe? But it's literally just a walkway on campus. It's in the middle of the dorms and the caf. It's a tunnel, but you get it. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's lit, a party, oh my gosh. So I pulled out some fit I brought for parties. I don't know. I don't remember what I wore, but I know I don't own it anymore. So I'm like, okay, it's lit. What's up? Like, we done, you know, like, we better get lit. So I'm sitting there excited as hell, I promise you. And we get to the tunnel, and it's literally nothing but Greeks strolling and people watching. So I'm like, I listen to Caribbean music when I go to parties. So they're playing like Knock If You Buck. I never heard Knock If You Buck until I got to college. I'm like, the hell is this? Like, I kid you not. It's different. Like, going away to school is definitely more Americanized. I grew up more on the Caribbean side. All my friends were Caribbean. All my schools were a majority of Caribbean students. So it was just like, the hell is this? Like, why y'all knucking and bucking? And it was hard for me to like understand that you have to move out the way when Greeks stroll, because I was just like, the hell, why is this person like coming towards me? I'm scared. But it was honestly just different. Like, seeing how people party at HBCUs is definitely different for me. And then my friend gets picked up by Q, so it was just like, oh, okay, well, this man's pretty big, so I'm not gonna be like, yo, play her down. Like, I was literally a little hood booger freshman year, so I was just like, he's wilding. Like, what? That's too much. But he was big, and I wasn't gonna argue with a big person, so I let that slide. I'm sorry, that was gonna happen regardless. But the party was fun for the most part. So when the time came for me to find something to do on campus, you have to, because if you don't, you're gonna be sitting in your room, and you don't want to be one of those people that just sit in their room and don't do nothing. Like, I promise you, being at, well, my HBCU specifically, it was so comfortable for me to want to get involved in stuff, because I didn't feel like there was anything like I couldn't do. Like, nobody ever made me feel like I couldn't join this org or something. Like, it wasn't like, no. Like, it was like everybody was just like, they had org fairs where like you literally sign papers and get to talk to the people in the different stuff. So it's just like, I had a blast. I was like, oh, I want to join everything. But the main things that I joined my freshman year, I became a cheerleader, and y'all see how that ended. APPs. But yeah, I became a cheerleader. I joined this organization called Young Kings Movement, and those are the two things that really kept me involved, I'd say, my freshman year. Like, the process of joining Young Kings and becoming a cheerleader and dealing with like practice and everything, it kept me out my room, it kept me occupied, and it kept me like in a good headspace, because I was honestly, like, after a while I was getting homesick. I was just like, I want to be in New York. I miss my friends. I literally had the same group of friends since I was in elementary school. Promise you, my best friend to this day, she lives next door to me. Like, I was not used to just being around other people, so I was just like, I'm homesick. I want my friends. I want my mom. Like, I'm sick of eating noodles. I hate this. I hate sharing a bath. We gonna get into the bathroom later, but I was just like, I'm sick of this and I want to go home. But honestly, being in orgs and like being around other people who you can just talk to, like, I promise you, a lot of people in my orgs became my close friends, and cheerleaders, it's a done deal. Those are my closest friends at Lincoln. So just going through all that, it was just like comforting to the mindset that I was in, honestly. Now we gonna jump to dorm living. Let me speak for myself. I hated it. I don't like it. I have literally 4 siblings, and I've never dealt with that much dirt in a bathroom. It was the most disgusting thing I have ever. My aunt came to visit me, and she said it reminded her of a jail cell. She's a lawyer and like would go see clients, and she said it reminded her of the jail bathrooms. It's disgusting. Some people, that's one thing. Some people, you really don't know how they're raised, because that was the dirtiest experience I ever had in my life, sharing a bathroom with a floor of at least 40 girls in 2 bathrooms with 3 showers because the 4th one doesn't work. Like, it was honestly the worst. So that's why after my sophomore year, I moved into an off-campus apartment where it was just me and my roommate and our nice little cute bathroom, because I was not doing the community shower anymore. But yes, so that was just my freshman year little experience. Now going into my sophomore year, I didn't know what major I wanted, so I was still like undecided. My major was technically health science, but I didn't want to do nothing with science, with medical field, with nothing. I cry at the sight of blood, I promise you. So that just wasn't the field for me. I don't even know why I picked the major, but I was trying to figure out what path I wanted to go on while still taking classes. Like, I took 18 credits every semester that I've been at school, and just dealing with still being away, still like understanding what's going on with me and stuff, still trying to find myself for real. So my sophomore year, I was really just like, sick of it. I don't know what I'm doing. So if it wasn't for my friends, honestly, I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have left Lincoln. Like, I was really just like, I am over it. I was over it. Now, I promise you, do not let those situations like dictate how you decide to experience certain things. And by that, I mean, like, even if the mind space that you're in and the space that you're just dealing with, it doesn't, like, it'll get better. Like, don't just give up and everything, because I was honestly ready to give up, but it really took people around me to remind myself that, like, you cannot give up. This is only temporary. Every situation is temporary. I went into a relationship my sophomore year, and I promise you, I was like, ew, I only like New York boys, Brooklyn boys to be exact, but obviously that didn't work. So I got into a relationship with somebody, and then my sophomore year, that was just like still me trying to find myself. But by the end of it, I literally was like going into my new major. I had switched my major to mass comm officially my sophomore year. So I was not taking any prerequisites or anything for health science. Everything I was taking was strictly mass comm. So I changed my advisor and everything. So that was honestly like when things started to take a turn for the best. I was just like, yes, I'm flourishing. Like, I'm a baddie. It's lit. Like, I loved sophomore year until my room flooded. And when I say flooded, I mean, I honestly promise you I'm gonna find the link, because my roommate posted it on YouTube. I'm gonna find the link and I'm gonna put it in the bio, because my room looked like Hurricane Katrina. I promise you. Like, it was the worst thing ever. And it literally happened the week of finals. And I had teachers like, you still have a final in my class? And I'm just like, my laptop is literally leaking water right now. All my clothes was, well, I thought I had $20,000 worth of damages. We just gonna leave it at that. I thought everything was gone. My laptop messed up, my phone messed up, my flat iron messed, like all this like electronic things messed up. A lot of my shoes messed up because my shoes was under my bed. And it was just the worst experience. But when I tell y'all, that showed me everything is replaceable and you will get past it. Like, it literally took me, I was depressed. Like, after that happened, for a good couple months, I was depressed, just sad at everything. And I didn't want to go back. Like, I was just like, I'm sick of it, I'm done. But you really have to move. I promise you, college is gonna hit y'all with some of the most trying times, and it may not be what I went through at all. You may go through worse, you may go through less, but it's all up to how much you can handle and you'll get past it. Because I promise you, I thought I was not going to get past that. And I got right past it. No matter how much faculty was trying to play me with the whole situation, I was just like, it too shall pass. And it did. So going into my junior year, me and my roommate got an off-campus apartment. Now, the process of them, like, they weren't new to the apartments. They been had the apartments. But I guess they were just, like, switching the head of housing or whatever. So when I tell you I was sleeping on the floor of the apartment, like, getting furniture and just that whole shebang, like, that was stressful as hell. But I was excited to be in an apartment. Like, I was like, I'm not sharing no dusty shower with nobody. Don't got a Lysol. I did a lot more my junior year, though. Like, as far as being involved in campus. Like, I became a Fifi, so I was just really excited about that. That was something that's like, I'm like, yeah, you know, no more blue squad, baby. Takes two hands to be a what, a baby. So I was really excited, and that made me just honestly want to do so much more. Like, it took up a lot of my time, I'd say, like being a cheerleader, but I still wanted to do as much as I could. So I did a pageant my junior year. I was about to say somewhere. My junior year, and I got second place. So I am currently Miss Crimson for Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated Epsilon chapter, and I'm Miss Crimson until somebody else becomes Miss Crimson. But yes, I was actually very excited about that. I don't like public speaking at all. Like, to this day, I literally shake if I have to speak in front of people. Yes, so doing the pageant really allowed me to step out of my comfort zone, and that was a comfort zone. I did it because I knew it was something I would not do unless I was forced to do it, kind of. Like, I wouldn't put myself in a position to voluntarily speak in front of people, but I knew I wanted to do a pageant. I knew that was something that I would have to do. Like, it'd come with it. So I dealt with it, and I honestly can't say that it has helped my public speaking. So if you want to do something but you're afraid to do it, I promise you, just do it. Just do it like Nike, honey, because I rather do it and fail. Not saying I failed, because I ain't failed. But I'd rather do it than fail than not do it and then always have that, oh, what if I did this? What if I tried to do it? What if I did, like, you know, like that little, what if? I don't like that little thing in your ear. No. So things that really came with going into my senior year of college was you really had to start planning for what path you wanted to take after graduation. Now, I always had people telling me stuff like, oh, you need to start getting your plan ready. You need to figure out what you want to do. But I'm really like the type of person that if other people are telling me to, like, I don't like being on other people's time. So I'm like, I know I'm going to make this plan. I know I'm going to have it. I know generally what I want to do. But y'all making it seem like I don't is pissing me off. So that was something that really, like, from the beginning of senior year, people were just pissing me off about that. But senior year, I was really like going into just wanting to leave a legacy on campus, basically. Like, I wanted to do my best with cheerleading. Like, I wanted to just eat that up because that's something that I know, like, made me happy. Senior year, I was really like getting ready to finish all my major classes, so I was getting those done. I was literally like busting them out because the way I finessed the system, I took a large majority of my classes my junior year. So when it came time for senior year, I had like 3 major classes left and nothing but electives after that. Like, I had half electives my first semester and nothing but electives my second semester. So then when it came down time for me to make sure I had all my credits, I wasn't like sitting there like worried about teachers. I was still worried about teachers like failing me and stuff, but it wasn't gonna affect really my major as much as it was an elective. So I guess it made it less stressful for me. If that helps you, go ahead and do it, girl, because electives take art and just leave it at that. Take art. Now senior year is pretty boring. I didn't go nowhere. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I stayed in my room with my roommate, chilling, watching Law and Order majority of the time. But after about, I'd say, a good couple months, I became all CIAA cheerleader for Lincoln University along with my friend Tiara. So that was a big accomplishment to me. I was actually very excited about that. I was like, wow, I'm all CIAA. Are you kidding me? Me? I just want to thank the Academy. I didn't expect to get it, so it was just really uplifting to get that. Now, I went to CIAA tournament, and going to CI is honestly, when you're a senior and you're finally 21, you can finally like have fun. It's regular, like it's just a cheerleader. It's just being there, being a cheerleader. That's what it is. But this is the first CI. Like, I went to CI my junior year, but going to this one, this was the first one, like, talking to younger kids and stuff. They're really, like, watch us. And they really, like, knew our team and things. And that stuff was actually really uplifting because I felt like we made a difference to them and we made an impact on them. And they were just like, oh, my gosh, like, we watch you guys all the time. And I'm just like, wow. But it was like they were so excited. So to see that, like, we actually, like, kids seeing Black girl cheerleaders, honestly, that stuff makes them feel good. So it's just like to see how it generally did make them feel good uplifted me so much. I loved it. That was my favorite part of CI. Not even performing in the big stadium and everything. Those moments were my favorite moments at CI. Then senior year, I kid you not, at CI, I got a text from my ex that literally sent me on the angriest spiral that spiral lasted up until I got back. Like, it was just, my emotions were, I was mad, I was upset, like, I can't even explain how I was feeling. That's how upset I was. It was just like, you know what, I'm fixing myself. And then Corona happened. I already went into how Corona affected me in my comeback video, but honestly, being a Corona Zoom University graduate, it's honestly like we're 1 in a million and we're popping. And that is how I ended my senior year, in my living room with these streamers behind me and a sign that said congrats grad. And honestly, I would change it. Let me not lie to y'all. I would change it. I would want a ceremony. I would not leave school. But things happen for a reason, so you just got to deal with it, and that's that. But that was my HBCU Lincoln experience. That was honestly more so my personal college experience that I wanted to just share with y'all. So thank you guys for watching, and I will be back with another video next Wednesday, so make sure you guys stay tuned, and I will catch y'all later.